Hey guys, I'm gonna read you a little blurb from E News. It's about we'll read it. Okay, the title is "Why Tia Mowry Says Her Two Kids Were Part of Her Decision to Divorce Corey Hardrick." Okay, and it's written by Haley Santa Florentina. Haley Santa Florentina, like it matters. Tia Mowry recently opened up about the role her kids played in her decision to divorce Corey Hadrick after 14 years of marriage. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna read a little bit of this. I'm gonna read the whole fucking thing. Tia Mowry wants to lead by example. The Sister alum recently reflected on her reasons for divorcing Corey Hadrick last year after 14 years of marriage. 14 years, by the way. 14 fucking years. Anyway, she says that her kids, son Cree 11 and daughter Cairo 5, who she shares with Corey, played a large part in her decision. A part of my decision was also for them, Tia said in a June 20th interview with Hello Beautiful. For them, seeing their mother walk in truth, I feel like it's a great lesson for them because it was not an easy decision. It was one of the hardest decisions that I've ever had to make in my entire life. She continued, but if they see mommy can do it, then mommy, no matter what people say, no matter even if there's some doubt, whatever, mommy pushed through. They can say mommy is living and chasing her truth. I want my children to do that. That's the best gift I can give them. Okay? Now I'm gonna read that last part over again, what she explained in this shit, okay? I'm gonna read that last part. Alright? For them seeing their mother walk in truth, I feel like it's a great lesson for them because it was not an easy decision. It was one of the hardest decisions that I've ever had to make in my entire life. But if they see that mommy can do it, that mommy, no matter what people say, no matter even if there's some doubt, whatever, mommy pushed through. They can say my mommy is living and chasing her truth. I want my children to do that. That's the best gift I can give them. Okay. Alrighty then. In the past I did kind of a intermittent bust down of Tia Mowry for getting a divorce and shit for whatever reason. I did a bust down, and the platform made it so that my video couldn't be viewed and shit by a large audience and shit. They limited the views. I don't even know if it's available right now to be seen on whichever channel I posted on. But I did a breakdown, or I did a commentary. We'll put it that way. I did a commentary about Tia Mowry and her divorce and her activities post divorce, like, very shortly after she announced her divorce and shit. And the reason I feel like I can make the commentaries because a lot of these assholes make their private lives public and shit, and they're public figures, so you're free to comment on that shit, okay? And I'm not paid by any outlets or any interested parties for said commentary that I put out and shit. So I'm speaking freely and shit, okay? I'm speaking candidly. It looked real shitty for her to divorce her husband who loves her very dearly and shit, was simping for her, who's a blue check mark, left wing liberal nut and shit. I'm serious. I actually seen this guy. I can't find the picture, but I seen a picture of this guy with a shirt, like a black T-shirt, and it said "Go woke, stay woke" or something on there. I just laughed my ass off because I know his handlers just probably told him to show up, and they put the shirt on him themselves like a fucking shiny Ken doll. But that's not why I'm here to talk about it. I think that you know Miss Mowry affords us a teachable moment and shit, especially for people of the SYSBM sect and shit. People just thinking about it, just sitting on the fence. A lot of sisters be dragging us about like aspects of our personality and our behavior and shit over generations and whatnot. We haven't really been pushing back until quite recently and shit, especially in the last couple of years. Especially after the death of the Godfather and shit, where we got to see them unfiltered their behaviors. They danced on his grave and urinated as well. Okay, and that shit comes with consequences and whatnot. A record number of men started buying up passports and just shunning the motherfuckers and keeping to themselves. And we saw evidence of this on social media because they, like these celebrities that I talk about from time to time. They have to make everything public. The sisters have to make every thought in their noggin public knowledge and shit. Okay, it's almost like I'm waiting for the day when they invent a headband with a TV screen on it that shows what's in your head and shit. Those sisters will wear that with the baby hair weave. All right, now Tia Mowry, ain't fooling nobody and shit. But I want to tell you, I'm fucking tired. I've had it up to my bottom lip with this weird new age talk about walking in truth and all this bullshit when you're doing nothing of the sort. She needs to be candid about it and shit. But I understand that she has a brand, a supposed brand. I don't know anyone in my life, in my entire life, that talks about Tia Mowry. I've never heard anyone bring her up in any conversation. Any friends I've ever had my entire fucking life, I've never heard anyone talking about her or her sister or anything and shit, okay? Never. Not once. Okay? Not once. And I don't know if maybe it's because they're just goofy. They're corny, okay? Both of the twins are corny. This one more so than the other and shit, obviously. Alright? And nobody cares about who they were dating or being with and shit until this divorce happened and shit because the guy didn't do shit. He didn't fucking cheat. He was supportive of her. But I guess the narrative that a lot of these misandries been running around, oh, he didn't support her. He wasn't there for her. And that's bullshit we hear when women want to rug sweep their shitty, boorish, undesirable behaviors. Okay? And there needs to be checks and balances. So here's a commentary and shit, okay? Look, Miss Mowry, you wanted to break up your marriage so you could go out and sleep with other men. Okay, that's what I'm getting from it. That's all you're talking about, graduating from marriage and shit. That's ridiculous and shit. I thought you grew up in a 2-parent household and shit. How do they feel about this? It's ridiculous. Okay, you had a perfect guy here. I had a guy that brought in money and shit. You're not a big star. You're not an A-list. You're a C-lister, if even that and shit. How could you? How could you do this to your family, to your children and shit? How could you destroy a nuclear family for your own period interests and whatnot, and then sit up and love the smell of your own flatulence as you bullshitted everyone around you and shit? I know you can't admit it, but I think you should admit it that you just wanted to see other people and shit. You were tired of Corey Hadrick peeing, and now you want other peens, and how's that going and shit? All right, right after you announced your fucking divorce, you was posting thirst traps all over on social media, and I saw those thirst traps and shit, and I found them humorous. I found them humorous because, like, personally speaking, you look weird as fuck. Are you weird? You like a bird face, like you remind me of that character on that American Dad. You look like fucking Roger and shit in drag. I hate to be there for you, but I don't think you're most people's idea of a snack, okay, sexually speaking. All right, and all you do is you post these videos in states of undress or sitting in. I think I saw one where you was like in a bathroom or something, or sitting in a bathtub. I thought it was ridiculous. I haven't been brave enough to go back and look for that clip because, like I said before, the platforms censored my original commentary. So here we are with this new one, and I want to talk about your ridiculous behavior, man. You're weird looking. Okay, I have to be crass and boorish because you dumped your husband and you said fuck your family. Your family y'all built together. You had these children. These children are not illegitimate or anything. And you're making decisions like you were a single mother or something. Like you grew up with lack, without 2 parents and shit, without grandparents, without history, without legacy. You threw this all the way to walk in your truth. Well, your truth is that you want to see other people and shit. You should admit that. You want to see other people. You're tired of being married and looking at the same guy, sleeping with the same guy. And, maybe it got stale and shit. Maybe he's just, I don't know. Has he got to that point where you guys are starfishing, or if even that is a dead bedroom, whatever. But you're no one's idea of a snack, okay? You're past your expiration date, okay? No one wants to bang you, okay? And to that end, anyone that thinks she's a snack and wants this, you can look at the montage in this picture here. Anybody that thinks this is a snack, there's something you got to run up on. That's a once in a lifetime thing. I want to see you post in the comments down here, okay? Post in the comments and tell me you think this is some shit that's once in a lifetime. We as men, we've all been there. We've seen that one female that you say, hey, I got to say something. I don't know when I'll ever get this chance. And I used to live on the West Coast, and I seen a number of women like that, and I went up to them and shit, okay, and said something. Shot my shot, okay, I shot my shot. All right, you weird looking, you got a funny body. You know, lately the term is badly built and shit. I think that comes from Tariq Nasheed and shit. I have to give credit where credit's due. And I'll give credit for this commentary to actually listen to another, you know, commentary and imageless commentary from the Blackout channel. You know, I want to get credit because I've been hearing a lot of these fucking content creators bitching about like, oh, they don't say they got it from me and all. Like, well, what? We're sharing the same shit, okay? But I do, conform to some standards and practices. I want to say where I got the shit from, okay? Where I saw the shit, and it was that channel. All right, now this woman is badly built. Okay, she's built. She got a big, long, alien fucking head. She got a bird face. She's got a weird, weird looking torso. There's something about her torso. It looks smaller than it should be. And then she has like these long ass legs. And thank God she had a kid because they gave some volume to her legs and shit. But you can tell she's a corny, and I do mean corny, Michael B. Jordan corny ass female and shit. Look how she dances. She looks like a goofy. If you saw that her doing that shit in the club, you would laugh. You know, when she started, like there's one where she's like doing this little kind of tap dance thing where she comes out in the frame. And I was like, why didn't she wearing a straw hat with like a cane or something? I just laugh and shit. I look at the way she danced and it's like, yeah, that's somebody that's been in a relationship for decades. You know, that's somebody that's been in a 14-year relationship. She has no self-awareness of how this shit looks. And I actually saw a video, and I can't post the video because, the platform censored my video, where she was in a one piece, some lingerie, full lingerie with heels and everything, and went up to her 11-year-old son asking him what he thought of it, and I was like, man, call CPS. Call CPS, man. Look, you just want some peen. You look, all you had to do, instead of posting these goddamn thirst traps, you can get on Tinder, swipe left, swipe right, and get you some peen. Get all the peen you want. I want you to get so much peen that you don't want anymore. And then after that, I want you to despair. I want you to fucking despair and go get a therapist, okay? All right? Leave Corey alone. Stop talking about Corey. Don't bring Corey up no more. If you graduated from marriage, you shouldn't be talking about Corey or your children. You've traded your family in for some peen and shit, okay? You go get all the peen you want. Because you're a C-list celebrity, you'll be able to get somebody to bust your, I guess, cheeks. This chick probably has no ass at all. She probably has none, because every time I see her, like a titty or something, she always has like a long coat on, hiding it. And there's like body issues that she has. That's on her. She's not confident in her body for real. But she wouldn't be doing this shit. And I hate those dances. Please stop making these fucked up dance videos where you're like squatting with your legs wide apart, like thrusting your pelvis. It's gross and nasty. Okay, you look like really awkward, ungainly. Okay, you dance weird. The way you dance makes you like you got a hump in your back. When you do a stupid dance, I'm like, stop doing it. I know you like I'm talking shit, but like you guys have to understand that when these women are ripping us a new asshole 24/7, 365 days in a goddamn year, they're always presenting their box as the reason why they deserve all this shit. So, can you really blame me for using that metric to make this commentary and shit? And look at the image of shit, man. To tell me she don't look corny as fuck. Doing that shit, doing these stupid ass dances. She had a whole husband, a successful man, and he gave her 2 children within the marriage. She was never a baby's mama. It wasn't like they was, bitches in heat. It wasn't like they was in heat, like young dogs in heat doing shit, and she popped up with a bundle of and the shit. They did it the right way, and then she decided to pull the ripcord because I don't know, maybe she got Aisha Curry on speed dial or something. But there's gonna be checks and balances. She already hit the fucking wall. She knows she has. And in this one clip where you see her with a bunch of people doing shit, I want you to keep in mind that those people are all her employees, okay? Those aren't homies, okay? You don't see her with friends and all that shit. Those aren't friends, those are employees. Take a close look. I wouldn't post it for nothing and shit, okay? All right, Kings. You know, I don't know if I'll ever drag this badly built. She's badly built. You look like an alien, a bird alien and shit at that. You know, with a weird body. All right? You're weird looking. I'm sorry, Kings. You know, sometimes you have to be crass. You have to be unapologetically masculine and selfish to a fault. This is what Tia Mowry teaches us and whatnot. That everything she wants is more important than anything else in the world, even her own happiness or the happiness of her children and shit. Because all she wants to do is just bone other guys and shit. You know, maybe she would have told Corey she wanted an open relationship. It wouldn't have been nothing he could do because he's still simping for her right now. And I really don't give a fuck how it turns out. But it's a teachable moment and shit, okay? This is a teachable moment for you guys and anybody that needs to hear this shit, okay? So, protect your bag, protect your assets, your tangibles. Keep your head on the swivel and shit, and above all else, protect your goddamn seed. Please protect your seed and shit. Look what could happen to you, alright? These women, especially these sisters, they want you to know that to take them at face value and shit, not to trust them. DTA, okay? Or DTBW, alright? SYSBM equals save yourself, black man.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.